Okay, not a bad day for stocks, guys. Let's cover what went down today. We'll break down the charts and talk SoFi. Go over what news just came out. Some big news regarding SoFi that sent the stock up around 1.5% on the day. So, guys, let's just dive into it. Hit the like button, consider subscribing, join the Patreon if you guys want to see how I'm trading, investing, selling options in this market. And there's a private Discord, guys, if you want. Link down below, pinned in the comments as well, or go to the description box, stocksurfest.com/Patreon. And now let's get into it. So we had a pretty good day, and it wasn't like an explosive green day or anything. Oil's actually still exploding, quite frankly. WTI is up 11.5%, Brent's up 7.5%, but we had a nice recovery off the lows, and you guys can see it right here for yourselves. And I'm seeing personally a cup and handle playing out, or starting to form, not playing out yet, but starting to form on SPY and on the Qs. You can see right here, this is a cup handle, and if this plays out like a traditional cup and handle, guys, it's going to break out. You know, we take out potentially 660 on SPY, it could be a runner. And the Qs right now, you can see same thing. My alert's at 590. We have the cup, the handle, and you know, of course, we have a long weekend. The Strait of Hormuz deadline is on the 6th. So look, man, this could go out the window if anything happens over the weekend. But if we have a smooth weekend, maybe this does start to go towards 590. Maybe SPY does start to go towards 660, and potentially the cup and handles play out. Maybe. That is what, you know, one of the main patterns I'm watching in the very short term. But obviously, you know, with what's going on, this could go out the window over the weekend if something, if something crazy happens or if things escalate, you know what I mean? So SoFi, if we pull up the chart quickly, then we'll dive into the news here. SoFi went up 1.4% on the day, and it had quite a nice recovery rally off the lows, like the indices did, right? You can see SPY, let's go back to SPY quickly. It went from 644 to 655, an $11 recovery, almost 2%. And the Qs went from 571 to about 584, over a 2.2% recovery. And SoFi, you guys can see right here, again, 1490 was the low on the day, and it closed at, where did it close? 1580, up around 6%. That's a 6% move from bottom to top there. So very big move on SoFi, and again, the entire market, but we're not breaking out yet. Although I am noticing a cup and handle on SoFi here, but for this to play out, it needs to take out 1650, which we're not too far off, quite frankly. We're at 1585 right now on the stock, but we're at a very big spot on the charts resistance wise, and I don't know, I'm not too convinced that we're going to see this stock break out yet, even with the news that we just got. You know, we're struggling under this moving average. We're still technically at a lower high right here. You guys can see it, right? So come Monday, Tuesday, let's see if SoFi starts to push 1650. In that case, again, that cup and handle I'm talking about might play out. In fact, it could play out and see this thing, or this thing could go maybe to 1750 in the short term, especially if the overall market pops. But don't get too excited yet. We all know how SoFi's been trading. And again, we'll see how this weekend goes. The market, yeah, it just had its third. I guess not every index has had or just had its third green day in a row. But even though we got a lackluster address from Trump last night, it didn't provide much clarity. But the fact that we got some news regarding the Strait today, that caused the market to rebound. You know, and it notched its third straight green day. Not too bad. So let's cover now this news from SoFi. But first, actually, let's talk about Moomoo really quickly. You guys can actually get this, up to $1,000 of NVIDIA stock and up to 8.1% APY on your cash by using my link down below. Let's talk a little bit more about it. So I've been trading stocks for over a decade, guys, and one of my biggest problems has always been finding a platform that has it all. The clean and simple to use UI, right? All the advanced tools to help my advanced trading, and that's exactly why I've been using Moomoo for years. And what I love about Moomoo is they offer trader-grade platform capabilities that just flat out outpace competitors like Robinhood, in my opinion, by a mile. And again, it's a one-stop shop covering all asset classes from US stocks to international stocks, crypto, options, you name it. And guys, Moomoo's loaded up with features that you would have to pay a lot of money on other platforms to use. I mean, look at all this detail on their shareholders. We have key indicators, all the different financial statements. I mean, look at all this, guys. And you want to know the beautiful thing, guys? You can use Moomoo today as well and get up to 8.1% APY on your uninvested cash and up to $1,000 of NVIDIA stock, depending on how much money you deposit onto the platform, simply by using my affiliate link down below. And check out the disclaimer and all the terms and conditions. And now let's continue on. So the big news here, guys, is SoFi launches big business banking to power fiat and crypto banking on a single regulated platform. Let's dive a little bit deeper into this. They announced it today, the official launch of SoFi Big Business Banking, a new offering that gives enterprise partners the ability to manage both fiat. You know what fiat is, right? And you obviously know what crypto is. Fiat and crypto banking from a single nationally chartered bank, right? And this launch builds on SoFi's integration of blockchain into its core platform. Over the last year, SoFi has enabled members to buy, sell, and hold crypto, launched SoFi USD, right? And built the regulated infrastructure connecting traditional and on-chain finance, and big business banking brings it all together, enabling any company across both traditional and digital finance to hold deposits, move money, and settle transactions 24/7 within SoFi's regulated banking platform. And Noto said today, to be competitive, businesses today must operate in a global, always-on environment 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, while legacy banks typically still operate 9 to 5, Monday to Friday. And honestly, I could not agree more with that from Anthony Noto. He said SoFi Big Business Banking is changing that by combining the strength and regulatory foundation of a nationally chartered bank with the speed, scale, and flexibility companies need to move and manage money or digital assets in real time. And these are some of the key capabilities, guys. We can see regulated business deposit accounts, high capacity accounts that allow companies to hold funds directly within SoFi's regulated bank, providing transparency and institutional grade safeguards and real-time API-driven payments, 24/7, 365 money movement and settlement, including payments in fiat or SoFi USD or selected cryptocurrencies, enabling businesses to operate at the speed of global markets without the limitations of traditional banking hours, and digital asset enablement and unified financial operations. Those are the key capabilities. Digital asset enablement, foundational support for the mint and burn of SoFi USD, allowing for the instant conversion between fiat and digital assets while maintaining reserves within SoFi's regulated environment, and the unified financial operations key capability, which is a single integrated interface for managing both traditional banking and digital asset activity, reducing complexity and reliance on multiple intermediaries. So this is big news, man, at a time where, quite frankly, SoFi could use this news after all the negative publicity, I guess, it's been getting from Muddy Waters, which, I mean, we all know Muddy Waters, the short report, it's a bunch of crap. It's a crock of you-know-what, but it did cause some panic. It did cause some fear, and I'm glad we got this piece of news when we got it. And it goes to show you that SoFi is building for the future. They're laying down the foundation for the next 5, 10, 15 years. This is not, a legacy bank. This is one of the new age banks, obviously, financial institutions that Gen Z, Gen Alpha, millennials, they're going to be using for quite some time. Just like Robinhood is, it's, I guess, similar in ways to SoFi. Not the exact same thing, obviously, but Robinhood's the trading brokerage for the new age. Gen Alpha, Gen Z, I mean, I don't use it, to be honest, but, a lot of millennials use it. I'm a millennial, so a lot of us use it. But look, it's going to be the same with SoFi. The new generation, they're growing up with SoFi. They're growing up with, Robinhood, and this company's positioning themselves for that, both on the personal side, the business side, and I like that. They're integrating crypto, stable coins, right? Everything they're doing, it makes sense to me, and the more I look at it, the more I want to buy more SoFi. And quite frankly, I want to buy some Robinhood. I haven't owned Robinhood in quite some time. I've traded it. But man, what do you guys think? Am I being too picky on price here? I mean, I don't think you can be maybe you can be too picky, but it's good to be cautious in this environment, but I'm eyeing up Robinhood kind of in this window right here, between $40 a share to about 60, 65 as a buy window. But I don't know. I don't know if it's going to get all the way down to 40. Quite frankly, I doubt it unless their earnings are just awful. We have earnings coming up in 3-4 weeks, but how bad could they be to send the stock that much lower? So part of me is contemplating, adding a little position here in Robinhood. I haven't done it yet, but I'm being patient. I'm being patient, but part of me is like, should I just jump on it? But we do have a descending triangle, and you know what happened last time we called this out on SoFi? It played out. So I feel like maybe it plays out on Robinhood as well. It had a 1.7% red day today. We have obviously a long weekend, so I figured let me wait till next week. Maybe, later next week, the market bleeds more. Who knows? Robinhood fills that gap, starts to dump into the 50s. That for me would be an even better buy, obviously. So I'm being patient with it, but I am eyeing up Robinhood here. It's down 56, almost 60% from all-time highs, and it is one that I was eyeing up last year. I was about to buy Robinhood literally in the last year's crash, and I didn't. I was going to buy it at 30, 35, but I didn't, and I watched it go all the way to 150. So I'm looking at it now, and I'm like, I'm not going to miss this run. And the chart setup looks very similar to SoFi, and honestly, these stocks are probably going to move very similarly in the recovery, especially when crypto rebounds. So keep that in mind. But yeah, what do you guys think? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. And oh, by the way, check out the Patreon if you want to keep up with what I'm actually doing in the market, my trades, investments, options moves. You get access to the private Discord. Check it out. Link down below. And don't forget to get your free money from Moomoo up to $1,000 in NVIDIA stock and up to 8.1% APY on your cash. Guys, I'm telling you, it's an unbeatable deal. Check it out. Linked down below. I'll pin it in the description box. Comments as well. So yeah, get your free money. Join the Patreon. Cheers. I appreciate you all for tuning in. As always, I'll see you later.